Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football, and welcome to my video. I'm going to do something a little bit different. As you can see, I have created a new UI. As you all know, that I have been updating my intro and outro. I'm trying to look at the new background, so there's a lot of things in develop that I'm working on, and I hope that this UI is nice and clear for you guys to see. So basically today I am going to be looking at Leeds United. So there is no webcam today. You guys don't want to see my lockdown hairstyle. I need to go and get it cut. So it's all over the place. But anyways, I did mention on my previous videos that I will be looking into the championship teams that got promoted to the Premier League. Today I am going to be focusing on Leeds United. So I did like a simple kind of research. I've got the main stats here that I looked up. Did a little bit of research on some of these players. So I will be looking at Leeds United's defenders, midfielders and the strikers. And I think it's quite important that we look at the promoted sides. Look what happened with Sheffield United last season. I'm pretty sure that a lot of FPL managers out there had at least one Sheffield United player. I had 2 to 3 one time, and you know, it's quite important that we look at the promoted sides. So I did a little bit of research, got like the basics of the stats, so let's go through it. So first up, let's look at Alioski. That is 4.5 million defender. Played 39 matches, 5 goals and 3 assists. His main position is a left back, but has played a couple of times in a left midfield role. Most of his goals came from that role, that left midfield. So being out of position does help him to kind of gain a chance to be able to score and assist a lot more than playing in a left back position. Next up is AYLING. That's 4.5 million defender. Has been a captain for Leeds United for a couple of games. As you can see, 37 games played, 4 goals and 4 assists. Was playing in a right back role, then moved into the centre back. Very, very important player for them. And Stuart Dallas, as you can see, 45 games played, 5 goals and 3 assists. Played a number of roles: right back, left back, central midfield role. And you know, most of his goals has come from being out of position. So if we find him that he's playing in this midfield role, then I think a lot of FPL managers are going to go for this player. It's the same thing from all of these 3 players, to be honest with you. It all depends on where they're going to go. And of course, it depends on the formation. And, you know, being in the Premier League is completely different. So we have to keep an eye out on these defenders. I think these defenders are very good. They have got a potential to do really well. Of course, I could have mentioned the 4 million defenders, but they didn't have the stats like these 3 players has. So, yeah, those were the defenders. Now, as for the midfielders, we have got Hernandez there with 6 million, Jack Harrison 5.5, and Costa 5.5 million as well. Really good midfielders there. As you can see, Paulo there playing 36 times, scoring 9 goals and 9 assists. Played in the right wing role and an attacking midfield position. So he is the heart and soul in that midfield to be able to feed and create chances for his team. And Jack Harrison here played a lot of games, 46 games played. As you can see, 6 goals and 8 assists, played in the left wing role. And Costa there with 43 games played, 4 goals and 6 assists as a right wing. Now, the player that I got my eye on is Harrison. It's 5.5. Hernandez, his age, so I think he's 36 years old, and he has played lesser games. So we'll see how that develops. He could obviously continue to play all of the games, but you never know. When it comes to that age, it always changes the amount of times that you'll be able to play. So we will have to keep an eye on that. So the player that I would recommend will be Jack Harrison. And the last player that I wanted to mention, and yes, Leeds United does need a striker, because right now in the game is BAMFORD, and as you can see, 5.5. In the championship, he played 45 times. He scored 16 goals and only 4 assists. So that is a very good return. You can see the Leeds United team, most of their players have chipped in to help out. And BAMFORD, 5.5. I mean, he has been in the Premier League before, but, you know, he hasn't shown that promise. He hasn't shown how good he is in the Premier League, but we'll see what happens with him. So, yeah, Leeds United looking quite good. They're looking like they could be a very solid team. Like maybe going for their defense might be a better option for our FPL teams, but we will see. This is just like a first look at them from my side, because I haven't really researched on Leeds United. This is the first time that I kind of like sat down and looked at their stats. And I'm not gonna lie, if the preseason shows like anything that is promising for them, and any of those defenders that are playing out of position, they'll probably be in my team. And of course, they got a few 4 million defenders there as well that could help us out a lot. So we will see. This is just a little bit of a glimpse on Leeds United. I hope that I have helped you, kind of giving you something to think about. I kind of like learned quite a lot really just by looking at simple stats, and most of these stats are from Google search. So yeah, that is about it. Hopefully that you guys like the new UI. As you know, that I'm changing a few things around and adapting and, you know, adjusting before the season starts. And yeah, I'll be looking at Fulham and West Brom, so watch out for that. Thank you so much for joining, guys. All you gotta do is subscribe if you're new and smash that like button. Then I'll continue what I'm doing, and I'll give you guys as much as information as possible to help you guys out with your FPL season. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.